But it does give Rangers a decent opportunity here from the free kick, very central area, about 25 yards from goal. But Naderi's layoff wasn't all that good at all. But Jokita buys the free kick, and Rangers have a good chance here, Stephen.
Yeah, it was just so slack from Jablonec. I mean, they've been giving the ball away pretty much for the opening 23 minutes, and Daniel picked it up, played it into Naderi. His layoff, as you rightly point out, was poor, forcing Jokita back the way almost from the goal. But clumsy defending as they come through the back of Jokita, and it now gives Rangers a really, really good opportunity here for a direct free kick. Probably, what do you reckon, 24-5 yards out?
Yeah, it looks like that to me. James Penrice standing over it. Could be the left foot of him. I think Dragicevic might fancy it as well with the right foot. We've seen him try his luck from range a few times to good effect against St Mirren with that fine goal. It could be him with the right foot. Let's see who strikes it for Rangers. It's going to be Penrice. It's off the top of the wall. Disappointing. And it's going to come back to McCann, who heads it forward once more. Jablonec try and scramble it away. Rangers trying to keep the pressure on, but it's going to come out of play here on the near side. I think Jablonec want a bit of treatment to the man who blocked it in the wall, who was Sedidla, but he's back up on his feet and he's fine. And Rangers, we've just had a better 5-10 minutes or so after a little bit of a shaky opening period to the game, but probably enjoying their best spell at the moment as we approach the 25-minute mark. Still no goals on the night, and still that one goal advantage then from the first leg as Neil touches it into Gassama, tries to lose his marker but loses out in a battle of strength there with Sedidla, but he's given it away, but Neil can't then keep it, and Chanarishvili comes inside. The little Georgian clips it out to the left for Slama, now able to come forward. He likes to get forward to left back, swings it into the near post. Macania though with a good touch, and he's able to bring it clear and find Chukwani, who then helps it out to the left hand side for Penrice to advance up towards Gassama now, just into the Jablonec half. Tries to switch play once again to Jokita now on the right hand side. Good first touch from the Japanese. Onto the left foot it goes, swings it in towards the back post, too close to the keeper as he tried to find Naderi at the back post, but good take from Hanush, and the chance is gone. But again, better play from Rangers, just lacking that final ball or finishing touch just at the moment. 26 almost on the clock, no goals here in the Czech Republic, just about 10 or 15 miles away from the border of Poland, and not too much more than that from the German southern border either. As Suchan picks up for Jablonec, plays it out to the right hand side for Chanarishvili, able to advance here up towards the penalty area. Cross comes off Penrice, might break for Jokita, who can't really deal with it, gets a second bite at it, still can't get it clear, falls back to Slama. Derek McInnes a little bit frustrated down there that Rangers couldn't clear the lines, and it comes back to Tekiyaski just inside the Rangers half. Out to Sedidla, right hand side. Plays it forward for Chanarishvili once again. Forward they come, the home side, looking for that equalising goal in the tide. Near post ball, Pandur punches clear. It's a good, brave punch there. He's near post under a bit of pressure, and he finds Gassama over on that left hand side, and then up Penrice plays it forward. Chukwani can't keep a hold of it, and Jablonec again will try and push forward into the heart of the midfield from Sedlacek, and a bit of space here opening up on the left. Tekiyaski advances out to Slama on that left hand side. Polydar now almost at the corner flag, comes back to Slama. Jokita can't get close enough to him. The header comes in, it's a comfortable save for Pandur as Yawo got his head to it, but again it's a warning for Rangers. Again, it was all too easy for them to get the ball into Jawo, and a better header might have troubled the goalkeeper. But after 27.5 minutes, it's Jablonec 0, Rangers 0.
It was patient play from Jablonec on that occasion, working the ball from the right hand side out to the left hand side. The delivery in is decent enough, but probably the question I would be is how's Jawo be able to get a free header in there without being marked. And you can see Fernandez and Macania saying to each other, right, who is meant to be picking him up? It's a difficult header for him.
There's a chance for the home side, sorry Stephen to cut across you, but there was a big opportunity there as Jawo got the flick on at the near post, but Rangers just managed to clear their lines. as Jablonec come once more, looking to get themselves level in the tie. It's a really awkward ball to deal with, and Jawo's flick at the near post caused some problems, but Rangers survive. But again, just as I was saying, Rangers enjoying their best spell of the game. Jablonec have just lifted it once more and looked threatening in the last couple of minutes. Just approaching the half hour now. No goals in the night as Slama picks up and clips it forward. Jawo tries to dummy it and then get the better of Fernandez. Fernandez judges it well and then eventually goes down and is pulled back by Jawo, and it will be a Rangers free kick deep inside their own territory. But the game is rather ebbing and flowing here in the Czech Republic, both sides having periods of ascendancy, and just in the last few minutes it's definitely the home side whose fans aren't happy that Rangers are taking their time over this free kick. Fernandez leaving it now to Pander to take, and he eventually launches it right-footed over the halfway line. Chukwani tries to chest it down, he gets the break of the ball and tries to come forward. It's all very congested and no real cohesion in there from Rangers. They cannot find a few passes to try and break through Jablonec's defence, and in fact it's the home side coming forward once again. Polydar won't get there ahead of Macania, who's just trying to shepherd it out here. He's taken a chance and he's lost it on the byline as the Georgian swings it into the back post. Chanarishvili was just too much on the cross. Macania caught out there trying to see it out of play, and he was almost punished but not quite. And after half an hour it's Jablonec 0, Rangers 0.
Yeah, I don't know, Macania's given himself 10 yards there to try and usher the ball out for a goal kick, and the pitch is slow, as you rightly pointed out, and dry. It was never really going to get there, and eventually I think it was Polydar manages to get a wee toe in, and then Rangers lucky to escape with a flash ball across the face. Yeah, the last 10 minutes you'd have to say it's been all Jablonec.
Sterling getting it forward to Chukwani, who again can't hold it up. He's really got to do better in the midfield there to try and give Rangers something going forward, but it's quite the opposite at the moment. Chanarishvili's out on the left hand side here, keeping the ball in, up against Sterling, rolls it back here for Slama, manages to get it cleared as Dragajevic, but Rangers been hemmed in just at the moment, and the home fans sense there might be something on here for their side as Teki Yaski steps forward and plays it out to the right hand side for Sedidla. Back he comes to Sedlacek, and then he rolls it into Pavlovic just at the edge of the centre circle inside Rangers half. Plenty of room out on the left hand side here for Chanarishvili, up against Sterling, clips it in, not a bad ball, away by Fernandez initially. Again Chukwani can't hold it in, but helped out by Dragajevic, who just stumps it forward and allows Rangers to get up the park. But I mean, Chukwani, certainly we watched him at St Mirren. He had I would say probably the best game I've seen him play in a Rangers jersey. It wasn't terrible last weekend, but last Thursday I should say, but he hasn't offered enough tonight as that midfielder trying to get closest to Ryan Nadiri, and it still remains goalless with about 13.5 minutes left in the opening period here. Teki Yaski has it at the back, Serbian out to the left hand side where Slama picks up. Rangers not really getting close enough to their opponents, and Polydar swings it in, and it's Macania who just has to swipe it out of play on this near side for a throw in. About 15 yards from the corner flag. Slama's going to come forward and take this one. Referee says you've got 5 seconds to get it in, and he's taken it. Nutmeg on Yokota, and then a little pullback, was it, from the Japanese referee? Says no. I think Slama could easily have just shrugged that off regardless of how much contact there was, as Dragajevic then just gives the ball away, much to the disgust of his manager down there. But I think that was a real chance for Slama to get beyond Yokota, and he just kind of gave it up, Stephen.
Yeah, it was, it was pointless from him. I think he's thinking he's bought the foul. I mean, the contact from Yokota was minimal, really. He didn't think he had a grab at his shirt anyway, and the referee's only 15 yards away. He's in a good position. If he'd kept going, he'd be past Yokota and bearing down on the Rangers box. So a poor decision from him.
Yeah, it seemed to be 0-0 then. It continues to be on the night. Rangers leading by 1-0, but far from comfortable in this tie, with Jablonec having had the better of the majority of this first half. slid forward there by Tekiaski into Sedlacek. Forward it goes to Javo, and then Makanya getting that back to Pandur, who clears onto the roof of this main stand here. And it will be a throw-in to Jablonec, down again near the corner flag, and an opportunity to throw the centre-backs forward as they take the throw-in short to Chanarishvili. Can't quite link with Polydar. Chukwani's lost it again, left-hand side, and Rangers just managed to get it clear. Sent Naderi and Dragijevic having to help out there, but they can't keep the ball for any concerted period, and that just means that Jablonec are able to build attack after attack, and as much as they haven't looked all that ruthless or clinical in front of goal, you keep giving them chances. You feel that eventually one of them will be taken, and that could cause Rangers all sorts of problems. As Tekiaski picks the ball up in the middle of the park and flights it out to this left-hand side, where again Slama's in so much room. Jokita can't get near him, ball into the near post, turned behind by Dujon Sterling. And Jablonec get the corner. Jablonec 0, Rangers 0.
Yeah, Rangers have been really sloppy in terms of their possession and keeping a hold of the ball. The one thing you want to do when you're away from home is make sure your ball retention's good, but really poor in possession and out of possession. You're right, the amount of crosses that have come into the Rangers box will really disappoint Derek McInnes. Loads, especially down that left-hand side.
Corner kick then on the left. Slama to take. It's going to be the outswinger with the left foot, and it comes to the back post. Up goes Fernandez, gets something on it. Out of the box it comes. Chanarishvili helping it back out to Slama on this left-hand side. Tries to get the cross back in, but Jokita blocks that one. Still 0-0 with 10 to play in the first half. Throw-in taken on the left-hand side. Jablonec on top, but still behind in the tie. Chanarishvili about 30 yards from goal, looking for options. Central area, played out to Sedlacek, left-hand side. Forward for Tekiaski, who'd stayed up from the corner, and he's still staying up there as it goes out for a throw-in. As Gassama's looking at Derek McInnes, asking him what he wants him to do exactly, but here's Chanarishvili stepping away from Gassama very, very easily, you'd have to say. Georgian out to the left-hand side to Slama once more. Rangers, everyone back behind the ball at the moment. It's on the halfway line as Jablonec toy with Rangers. Can they get the goal that brings them level in the tire? Can Rangers try and get a foothold in this game? Polydar into the penalty area he goes, tries to poke it towards goal. He couldn't get the purchase on it really, and it doesn't trouble Pandur. He has to go down and make a pretty routine save. 36 on the clock. Jablonec 0, Rangers 0.
Yeah, it's just another example of Jablonec's growing in confidence as the game goes on. I mean, he drives into the box well, and in the end he's almost toe poking it towards goal, but Rangers are so deep and camped in that they cannot get up the pitch, and because the quality on the ball is so poor, they can't build up the pitch either. Basically the two wide players, Jokita and Gassama, have been, invisible in the match so far in terms of contributions going forward. It's been pretty poor stuff. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned that St Mirren game. It's the only one I've seen Rangers play where they've approached anything that you would say represents a decent standard so far this season. Derek McInnes making a point that they're still trying to blend in a number of new players, but I guess crucially they need to win games. They've won their last two. They need to get through this tie, reputationally probably more than financially, as the ball goes out to Makanya, left-hand side, deep inside his own half, looking for options. Clips it down the left flank, straight out of play, and Jedi Gassama waves the arms in the air saying, well, I need better quality balls than that in to my feet if I'm to make anything of it. As Jablonec again almost gave it away, but still the ball seems to find Suchan, and forward they come once more. It's Polydar on the left-hand side, up against Sterling, but 25 yards from goal, comes back to Sedlacek, closed down by Chukwani, but they always seem to have a spare man. In this case it's Tekiaski coming forward from the back, just leaves it for Chanarishvili. Patient build up here on this occasion from Jablonec with almost 38 played. 0-0 on the night as Slama tries to link with Polydar, but across comes Dragijevic, tries to feed it forward, comes off a home player and out for a throw-in, and Rangers can get themselves up the park, but
Well, Derek McInnes needs to get them in at half-time, hopefully with the scoreline no worse than it is right now, and really do a bit of sorting out, because, as Stephen said, Derek McInnes wanted them to come out and win this game, and they haven't remotely looked like that. And the referee's given the throw-in now to Jablonec. Dujon Sterling taking too long, and that rather sums up Rangers' pretty pitiful evening so far, albeit they're still ahead in the tie, and we can't lose sight of that, because that is the most important thing ultimately. But the Rangers fans who have made this journey away across their left-hand side will surely want to see a better standard of performance from their side, as the ball is back in the possession of Jan Hanuš. The first leg defeat for Jablonec ended a run of 6 straight wins, which came after their only other defeat, which was away to Varaždin of Croatia in the first leg of their second round qualifier. But they came through that on aggregate and then beat RFS of Latvia in the previous round, and they've won all 3 of their games so far in the Czech League as well, so they are in decent form, you'd have to say, as the referee awards Rangers the throw-in over on the far side. Just about 5.5 minutes left as the home fans rouse themselves and try and rouse their team once more. Penrice has again taken too long with the throw-in, and actually it might not be because he's taken too long. I think he's advanced too far, the referee's saying this time, and he's certainly awarded the throw-in to Jablonec over on the far side, and Rangers can ill afford to give up such easy possession. 5 to play in this first period, plus any added on time. Jablonec and Rangers are goalless for the moment. Jablonec have had the better opportunities as Penrice launches one forward. Nadiri will chase, but I don't think there's any chance he's going to get latch onto that, and it's headed back to the goalkeeper in any case by Pavlovic. He'll then bring it out from the back and play it out to Slama, left-hand side. Mercifully, there's a bit of cloud cover now for the sun, which has lost a bit of its heat. Dan Neil picking up possession out to the left-hand side to Gassama, up against Sedidla, who is in a booking. Can he try and take him on here? Down that left-hand side he goes, almost at the byline, but checks back once more, and then Penrice, first time ball in, can't beat Sedlacek, but it will come for Gassama, who thought about a quick shot at goal there. Instead he passes it out to the right-hand side for Jokita, claimed for a handball, nothing given. Jokita, can Rangers find themselves a goal here to really ease the pressure? He goes back to Sterling. Sterling digs it in to the back post. No Rangers player attacking it, and it's easily defended by the home side. Comes back to Macania, but 20 yards inside the Jablonec half. Back out to Jokita. Rangers really need a spell here on the front foot before half-time. 41 on the clock, no goals on the night, as Neil sends it back out to Penrice, far side. Couple of touches, then swings it in. Derry can't get there. High up in the air from Tekiyaski. Then Sedidla will try and complete the clearance. He's closed down by Chukwani, who's fouled him, and it'll be a free kick to Jablonec inside their own half. 41 and a half played. Jablonec nil, Rangers nil.
Rangers eventually managing to get up the pitch. It feels like it's been 20 odd minutes since they were last up in with any kind of concerted pressure, and Jablonec's final third, but it's kind of just hopeful balls into the box, really, isn't it? There's without much imagination behind it. It's been not what I think Rangers supporters would have wanted from their team in this first half, or their manager Derek McInnes, and I'd imagine there'll be some words at half time, because if you were playing against a better team right now, then Rangers would be losing this match.
That's for sure. Was Janusz takes the free kick, long it goes. Macania wins that above Javo, who passed up the best opportunity of the match so far. Gassama and Sedidla tangling over there on the far side, and it's Gassama who's been penalised on this occasion. The referee having a word with him. Really just seemed to be a tangle and nothing much more, but Jablonec get the decision. Free kick taken over on the right-hand side to Chanarishvili. 2.5 minutes left for Jablonec to try and find a first half goal, as it's clipped through by Suchan, who immediately knew he'd put too much in the pass there for Chanarishvili when he picked up a nice little pocket of space at the edge of the box, and it should have been a better ball for the Georgian winger, but unfortunately for Suchan, he couldn't find it, and behind for a Rangers goal kick. So a couple of minutes until the interval. Don't think there'll be too much, if any, added on time at the end here, as Pandur is given the 5-second signal to take this goal kick, which he duly does over the halfway line up towards Chukwani. Gets the flick on, Naderi tries to bring it down, but Takayeski takes it off his toes and plays it forward. Jawo will go and chase that. He's kind of semi-blocked off by Makanya, allowing Penrice to comfortably get it back to Pandur, who takes a touch and then from the edge of his 6-yard box flies up to Jokita, down for Dragojevic, back to Sterling. Sterling looking for options. He's saying, where am I going to play it here? He goes down the right hand side and Nadiri makes the run. He's nudged in the back and he can't keep it in as a result of that. Thought he'd got the better there of Pavlovic, but it had gone out of play, and it will be a throw-in down deep in Jablonec territory, down near their own corner flag on the left hand side, with the scoreline still blank on the night, and Rangers still winning by a 1-0 on aggregate. Fired forward, but that's going to bounce out of play before Jawo can get onto it, and it will be a throw-in to Rangers on the halfway line. Inside the final minute of the first half, Sterling again told to get on with it, takes the throw-in, down the right it goes and out of play once more off the head of Slama. And shortly we'll get the views of the other guys in the studio, as well as Stephen, as to how Rangers can improve this performance to see them over the line. A bit of confusion here about getting a ball back on before Sterling can take the throw in. Sterling says, well, what can I do if there's no balls available? Eventually throws it into Jokita, who's going to go all the way back from pretty much midway inside Jablonec's half to Pandur, as Rangers more or less try and run down the clock in this first half. It's Makanya who has possession here, then Penrice for Neil. Makanya once more, and then plays it down the left hand side, looking for Chukwani. Again, can't bring it down. There's the referee's half-time whistle, though. Well, it brings to an end a goalless first half, but a first half in which Jablonec looked the side likelier to open the scoring. There was an early chance for Jan Suchan, who just couldn't make contact as the ball came in from the left-hand side. But the real glaring opportunity came on 13 minutes as Jawo was played through on goal, and with the goal gaping, basically, he slid the ball wide of Pandur's post, much to Rangers' relief. Rangers' only real effort on goal of any note whatsoever was a Chukwani header, which was really lacking in power, and comfortably saved by Hanush. That was after 20 minutes. Jawo had a header saved on 28. There haven't been really any amazing chances beyond that Jawo one, but Rangers breathing a sigh of relief that Jablonec haven't been able to get the equaliser in the tie, because at half-time here it remains Jablonec 0, Rangers 0.
Rangers in the Conference League Play-Off round.
What a strike that is!
Live on Sportsound on BBC Radio Scotland.
You're listening to Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland. Half-time there in the first of our matches tonight. It was a 5 o'clock kick-off, just about to get underway in Germany. Freiburg against Motherwell. That's a 5.